So they'll warm the car, and then Sebastian will go do his thing. Only time will tell, Dan, and we'll know in about 9-10 minutes or so. But I think that they came for one reason, and one reason only, is now Sebastian Loeb approaches the start line of what could be a new world record run.
When we go to this inboard camera, you're going to hear the switching of the gears. You're going to hear the switching of the gears. You're going to hear the roar of the engine. You're going to watch it all live here. Everyone gathering around the monitors. What could be one of the fastest times ever to be conquered on Pikes Peak. And here we go. You're watching it live right now on Red Bull TV, redbull.tv. And around corner number one, that was where corner number one was so much trouble for Paul Dallenbach. And around number one, making it just fine. This is a live aerial shot right now coming down the course. Will this be the day that Sebastian Loeb sets a new world record on Pikes Peak in 2013 in the 91st running of the Pikes Peak International Hill Climb? As you're seeing it all live right now on redbull.tv.
Obviously, we talk a lot about Sebastian, but this has really been a team effort. We have to look at the whole effort from start to finish, the preparation, the build out of this car, the testing, all the stuff that you don't see that goes into what could be an 8-minute showcase. So literally, as we have the whole team surrounding us here on our broadcast platform here at the base of Pikes Peak at start line, about 9,200 feet, everybody is intently watching as we are getting tremendous shots overhead.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you, when you look at this, as fast as this vehicle is going, one of the first glimpses of the ability to see this all happening live and on your screen for the very first time, and it just gives you an indication how fast these cars can make their way up.
It was hard to identify exactly what corner that was. It was a left-hander, though, but it did look like Sebastian pushed wide. He had a lot of lack of front-end grip. His line there was probably not the one that he really preferred, but again, with 800 horsepower and his talent, there's some wiggle room there, Dan, and we're gonna watch it all happen right now as the second car of Romain Dumas now fires as he will approach the start line.
Around that corner, coming up to Glen Cove, and then obviously Sebastian Loeb is going to need to get all the speed in this area because he will be in that area where he's going to start to come along the ragged edge and go up to the summit of Pikes Peak through the W's. Some of the big hairpin turns that Sebastian Loeb is going to have to conquer, and then very soon Dumas is going to be also trying to conquer the turns here on Pikes Peak, as you're seeing it all live right now, coming up to an area of the race course that is near 16 Mile. And I'll tell you, as you watch this right now and the trees go flying by, the speed of upwards of 160 miles per hour is by Sebastian Loeb, the Frenchman driving the Peugeot Sport 208 T16. Around the corner he goes, and up now coming to the area of Glen Cove. And I'll tell you, this is, again, the area of Pikes Peak where if you're going to set a record, you have to be in the area to set that record in this section of the highway, because you're not going to gain speed as you're going up into those higher elevations.
I want to really especially watch the W's as he goes up to 16 Mile and then up to Bottomless Pit. I think this is an area where Sebastian and the horsepower is really going to shine. Danny, I tend to disagree with you a bit. I think the reason they've come with so much horsepower and the turbocharged application, you heard them short shifting it here off the start line. I think this might be an effort that really is designed to, and I'm guessing, to push midway to the top.
You're watching it live here on redbull.tv. Sebastian Loeb making his way up now, going past Glen Cove. He's going to be coming up to a ragged edge. This is going to be the first park. It's called Elk Park, and if you're watching and you have your maps out, you can see what's left for this, what Sebastian Loeb hopes to be a record-breaking and record-setting attempt. He's going to be coming up to ragged edge. You can see everybody. Is everybody excited about this run? Is there excitement in the air? There
we go.
Their excitement right now, and they're coming up Sebastian Loeb coming up to Ragged Edge right now. And as you see the turn around to get to Ragged Edge, this is when you're on this part of Pikes Peak, directly to the driver's right is the straight down the mountain, and he's coming up to the W's, which is he's either going to make it or break it in this area, Kurt.
Well, it's Mike Hall, and he's heading up to an area last year where we had that big off by the Mitsubishi team, and a lot of guys don't like this area of the racetrack. We've not talked to Sebastian about this in particular, but as Roman Dumas now heads up to the start line here, Sebastian now heading up into the area where they had the big off with the Mitsubishi guys last year. And that's enjoyable. I appreciate that.
We've got the power and we've got the helicopter. Now you can see Sebastian Loeb coming up to the second leg, the second cut of the W's. He's going to be coming up to 16 Mile. He's already passed Ragged Edge. Sebastian Loeb driving the Peugeot Sport 208 T16. Is he going to set a new world record? Only time will tell. He had some difficulties a little bit in the beginning of section 1, but as you can see right now, he is definitely making his way up the mountain here at Pikes Peak. We've seen it before, Kurt. We've seen the competitors. What's going through their mind at this particular part of
here we go.
Pikes Peak.
That's the FlatironsTuning.com 16 Mile, the critical left-hander that it will take him up to Devil's Playground, then the bottomless pit.
He's going up to Devil's Playground as well.
Look at the crowd at Playground. Holy
Devil's
cow.
Playground absolutely packed year in and year out. And again, if he's not going to have the speed coming through the W's, this is where he can really make it up as he's coming up to the upper part, to upper gravel pit. He's approaching, and he's already passed 19 Mile here on Pikes Peak Highway.
And this is a very critical area because we're above tree line now. You lose some reference points. You're literally looking off into the sky. It's an area that maybe for a first timer, certainly with Sebastian's talents, I hope that doesn't come into play, but for a first timer, as you come above tree line, you lose all reference points. You're literally driving into the sky, and a lot of these corners do fall away. They're decreasing radius. It's a very challenging point, but I think this is where this guy's really going to shine.
No question about it. You can see the consternation of the people when they switch back to the camera to us. We have the helicopter obviously geared up, and we're going to hopefully get reacquainted with the helicopter here shortly. As the last check, he's going to be coming up to Gravel Pit, which is an area up on top of Devil's Playground where Sebastian Loeb is going to be able to reach some big-time speed through here. You can see there's not so much section of the highway that you have any danger on the right or left of going over the side of the cliff, and you can see that he is really picking up this big-time speed coming up as we're approaching the summit of Pikes Peak. He's going to be coming around Boulder Park up to Olympic. There's a couple of hairpin turns there, and then it's up to the summit. And hopefully what he hopes is going to be a record-setting attempt.
Well, we just heard Roman Dumas take off the American Le Mans Series driver and Le Mans 24-hour champion. Sebastian now approaching the summit. In the days of old, bottomless pit area, when it was gravel, especially the right-handers, you're carrying big-time speed up there. You could hook that right front, much like a flat tracker or an off-road racer, to help the car rotate, help it turn. Can't do that anymore. It's all paved, so different lines and a different time here at the Pikes Peak International Hill Climb.
And I'll tell you, they got everybody lined up in the Unlimited, and there you see Sebastian Loeb making his way up to the finish line of the historic racetrack here at International Hill Climb. Sebastian Loeb is now crossed the finish line. Now we await to see what the time will be here in the 91st running of the Pikes Peak International Hill Climb. Will it be enough to set a new world record and be in the first time ever 8-minute club? Only time will tell.
A lot of handshakes
a lot
here.
of
people
congratulations are pretty much
going
knowing
around.
There's a lot of congratulations, handshakes around. We got the cameras coming in front. The Team Peugeot, they are excited beyond belief. Directly to my left, they know something, and they obviously feel the excitement has been accomplished and the goal has been reached But will it be enough to be in the 8-minute club? I think a new world record could be a possibility. But
I'm reading the faces here. There's a lot of excitement and a lot of handshaking and backslapping going on. We will get a